Yep. Mentors without character or practical values.
Well, as for me, like, I think it's an issue because, you know, in life, it's like our fingers here, our hands. If you cut one finger off, or thumb or whatever, it's like an imperfect. It's not complete. You know, it's not 5. And so what I'm trying to get across is, like, you know, in life, in life, we need others sometimes to succeed, to move forward. And the problem we're having is, you know, if we have people that don't have, you know, good practical values to implement or to pass down to the next generation, you know, that affects the youth. You know, and that's, we're actually seeing that, you know, and that's affecting a lot of kids because when they, for example, go on TV, they watch all these things, people that actually don't even, let's say, for example, might not live what they say, might not practice what they're preaching, and they're actually absolutely showing different things, and they're not doing what is right. You know, the younger generation, they start to see all these things. And I myself, I can go on TV and I watch all these things, and I'm getting a very, very different view of life. You know, you see all these things, and you might think that's how life is, but actually, in reality, it's not how it is. So I think that's actually affecting the youth, you know, the idea of life, how things are in life. I can do wrong and get away with it because maybe this celebrity did it. I can do this and get away with it maybe because this person did it. Whereas in life, it's not actually, you know. So what's actually, like, yeah.
Praise the Lord. Amen. Just like on the television, I think that's what Brother Jimmy is talking about. You watch a lot of people, you know, on the television. I used to tell my wife, if the people directing the movie want the actors or actresses to go to heaven and come back now, they will do it on the television. But how I wish is real, whatever they want them to do, you know. I'll tell her, see, they are going to turn this little brat now to a superhero now. And before you know it, they will just sit there after 13 years. The person that was nobody becomes. Now, these things are messages that is being broadcasted on our news. We have a lot of things, just like the whole thing that is running in our television today is magic, magic, magic. This is a trick. We are misleading the future of these children. We are misleading the future of the youth. Every program, everything, you can't watch children's movie or children's program without them telling them magic, magic. So do you know what the message means? Because that magic is not real. It's unrealistic. It's a trick. Sometimes they call them illusionists. They bring something to you, it looks real, but it's not real. Now, everywhere, everybody is preaching good message, right message, but who are we supposed to follow his example? I give an instance. God called me to Australia 2003. And finally, I understood that God wanted me to look after the youth. The worst thing I can do to this youth is to only preach to them the good news without living it. And that's why I keep on saying, the two things I used to preach is my integrity, number one, and my marriage. Because it takes a good marriage to get a good community. Praise the Lord. Amen. So on the media, on the internet, imagine Facebook, I like the name Facebook. Just show us your face, but don't show us your beautiful face. Pancake your face, design your face, Come show us. That's where we only see the face. We don't know whether you are a person with disability, physical disability. We don't know whether there is any other thing. We don't know whether you are holding gun. We only see your face. We don't know whether you are holding drug under your face. Facebook. So you see how unreal what the world is showing us. And that is why I believe the youth has decided to use this medium to share with the world that what the youth think that is real is not real, especially in the part of who to look onto. Everybody comes and saying, follow this, you have to have value, you have to have value. But whose value should you follow? Jesus came and was teaching and was living the life. So that's what we want to achieve. Praise the Lord. How is this having mentors? Your mentor can be your father. Your mentor can be your pastor. But the three areas of mentorship is teachers, pastors in the religious sector, and your parents. These are people that can occupy that primarily. But people can also get other mentors from media, from elsewhere. But the basic is pastors, teachers, school teachers, and your parents. Praise the Lord. Amen. So how is this affecting our society? How is this affecting the youth? Praise the Lord. Amen. Yeah.
Well, one thing I've learned is that, I've learned that a lot of youths, even from I myself, we tend to look up to a lot of celebrities and all these people, for example, athletes, or I want to be this football player, or I want to be this person, I want to be this basketball and all that stuff. And looking up to these people, and sometimes I've even watched maybe celebrities who act in movie actors. Some of them, one thing I've learned is with the kids, how you mentioned, is some of them, they start off with good morals and all that stuff, good values and all that stuff, but later on, maybe when they stop acting in these kids things, and the kids are already looking up to them, they maybe grow up, how they act in movies, it's actually much more different. They start acting, doing all these things that are more explicit and all that, showing more things that are not kids related, and because these kids have grown up looking up to this actor, and and now seeing them doing all these things, the kids want to do these things. And so doing that stuff, that's affecting how they see life, as I mentioned earlier, and that's affecting how they relate with others. Because when you're seeing these things, okay, this celebrity, my favorite celebrity wants to do this, they do this, so I want to do this thing. And so it's really, it's affecting how kids relate with others, how they view life, and how they just do things in life. And I think it's really affecting them because not having someone actually with good morals and good characters to look up to, you yourself start doing bad things too. You listen to this musician taking drugs, okay, I can do drugs too. I can smoke, all right, it's all right for me to smoke, it's all right because I've seen that these musicians, they take these substances and it helps them to overcome their thing, the issues, they're singing about it, so I too, I can start doing that. And that's why a lot of, I've noticed that some kids from our background, they get into gangs and all that stuff. Why? Because the musicians they're listening to, the movie actors and all these things, they are doing all these things and that's making them to get into a whole heap of trouble.
That's right.
And they think it's acceptable, but it's actually not,
Yeah.
That's beautiful. Yeah.
Just to add to what our brother Jimmy is trying to say is nowadays we have many athletes, super movie stars and other people and the young ones, all our young ones, they're looking up to those leaders because they see them as leaders. And then if those leaders are not portraying good characters, most of them are doing all these things, they're misleading those young ones into doing other bad things like Jimmy explained, joining gangs and all those other stuff. Yeah.
That's it. That's beautiful. Yes. Brother Van, you want to say something?
Well, the question stated, how is it affecting society, youth?
Yes, right.
Well, it's a major impact. First, confusion. It's a lot of confusion now in today's society. this is the major effect. For example, if like marriage, I will use marriage. If a young man wants to get married now, it's all about the beauty, but they don't understand the purpose of a wife. They want to get married because they see this beautiful girl, or the friends, is influencing them. Oh, go, go, go! But they don't understand the true meaning or the purpose of wife.
That's right.
There's a lot of confusion now in our society, especially the youth, and that is affecting the foundation of men. So many people think that man is the head. No, but really man is the foundation. Read Genesis. God started with man, which was the foundation. And that is affecting the foundation of what God wants to do. That's why the devil is not targeting women. It is targeting the foundation, the men. That's why what you see on TV is targeting men. You see ladies in bikinis. On Facebook, you see girls all stuff. It's affecting the foundation. So now, let's just say, to sum it up, there's a lot of confusion. Confusion in this world. There's a lot of things going on.
Yes, Brother Jimmy, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. The example you gave about marriage, that's good. Yeah.
Just to touch on what Brother Vani said, again, it's affecting how we consider what is normal or what is not normal, what is accepted and what is not accepted. Like take, for example, with marriage or relationship, like how now, if you're watching, maybe like a lot of people, their favorite TV show, you'll see that this person will get into a relationship with this person. Next series, they're in a relationship with this person. And next series, they're in a relationship with that person. Next series, and people are sitting there always watching TV, and because they're watching all these things, people whom they're actually looking up to, people whom they're trying to learn from, because these are celebrities, we think they have something that they can give us, that's something we can pick on, take from them. And so because they're watching all these things, people get into a relationship and breaking up. Now in society, we see a lot of that happening. So people get in a relationship, they break up. Why? Because we think it's normal. We think it's there's nothing wrong with that. I can date as many guy or girl as I want. It's normal. Everyone's doing this. My favorite celebrity is doing it. Or my favorite movie actor. All these things. My favorite footballer. They got in a relationship with the only, as Brother Vani said, it's about the beauty. It's about the look. Or I like this person because they're tall. I like this person because, they have big nose or big eyes or something, something like that. And so we only go with the physical appearance, but we're not thinking about their character. And so right now it's just causing a lot of youth to get into a relationship, going to parties, which back then I don't think that was as much. They need to do all these things as much. Taking all these things, illegal substances. Back then, I don't know if it was something that was considered normal. Back then, parents used to smack kids, tell them of what you're doing is right or what you're doing is wrong. But nowadays, we're rarely, seeing all these things. So what was considered normal back then is now considered, I wouldn't say, as normal. So as Brother Vani said, there's a lot of confusion. Things are changing because why? There's not much practical value. Not many people are standing on what they're saying.
Yeah, this is very, very good. This is awesome. We see things, we do things because we see the end product on television. It's just a box. Television is a wire, You see them, they live their life from movie from within 1 hour. Somebody that was 7 years when the movie started, within 1 hour the person will become 60 years. It's not possible. It's unrealistic to the realities of the world. And people are saying, I'm going to be like this person. In movie, just 1 hour movie, slept with 3 women. These are women sleeping with all these. And we want to be like them. It's not real. These are mentors, teachers, without characters, without practical value. Yeah, Brother Vani, you have something to say?
Yeah, just on this topic, the effect of mentors, teacher, character value. Well, like I said before, and what Jimmy said, confusion.
That's right.
But confusion in the both sector, like males and female.
That's right.
Back then, and pastor will give a kind of that. Back then, maybe in my grandfather days,
Yep.
it was all about the man as a provider.
That's right.
Going to work, the woman stay home.
That's right.
Going to work, coming, and going to work, the man will go to work, provide for the family, and all that stuff. Now it's changed. Now you see women nowadays, they can provide for themselves. They can provide, for what they need. The reason why I give this example is because, like I said before, the world is changing.
That's right.
And confusion, there's a lot of confusion between the female and the male sector, because male now don't understand what they are supposed to do as a husband. And female too, they are finding it very difficult to relate. Why is there confusion? Like you say, they are not going back to the manual. They are not going back to the manufacturer.
That's right.
Because all the things that we see, all the confusion that we see, is not real.
That's it. That's what we're becoming.
Yeah.
That's right.
In the eyes of our maker, our manufacturer, it's not real. It's just, let's say, it's just a way that the enemy is trying to use to distract you from your manual and the manufacturer. It's not real. So yeah, I just want to start with that.
Praise the Lord.
Amen.
Praise the name of Jesus. You see, when you come a biblical standard, the man has been created to be the one that will bring the seed. Man is a seed getter. And when the man gets the seed, he sows this in the woman. We are talking about confusion, but I want to clear that air. So man is the one biblically that has been chosen by God to be the one that gets the seed that makes the family flourish. And when he comes, he sows it in the life of his wife. And both will bring the good harvest. Now, let me put it in another way. The Bible calls the woman helpmeet, which means if men understood or have understood whom they are, I'm telling you, a man is supposed to teach the wife everything. Teach your wife everything, not everything. What I mean, what you know as a man, you should teach your wife the whole thing. Because you can't expect anybody to help you when he or she doesn't understand you. But the problem we are having now, we expect the wife, according to the Bible standard, to have already known everything. And this is where the problem comes. And that man is asked to love the wife, maybe through the process of teaching her, because she came empty. She has nothing. She came to see your vision. Remember her? Helpmeet. And if you don't make it clear to her, or you married her, a man, you started lying to her, you are fooling yourself, you're killing yourself. A woman coming, if a man teaches you, the Bible says the virtuous woman, she prepares her goods and sells it. And she's known at the gate. What does that mean? The man has trained her in business. The man has able to encourage her. If she knows anything about that, the man has encouraged her to be into business. So that's what Vanny is talking about. The man is the foundation. You are the one God started with. And what you should be looking to get from God is a seed that you will sow in the life of your wife, which if you start producing children, they will also be seeing the seed and all how it works. That's it. But now what if you have a father or a mother that has no godly character? Imagine if my children now, I start teaching them about you have to be patient in life, you have to do this, you have to forgive. And after teaching them, they are watching me, my relationship with my wife, and I'm doing the opposite. Teachers, mentors, without character. I have had so many boys, men, when we are discussing in Australia here, they will say, I don't want my son to smoke. I say, when you are telling them, do they see you smoke? I can't hide that away from them. They know already I smoke. So I'm telling them, you don't have to smoke like me. I'll be smoking. You are making it hard for that. They don't hear what you are saying. They hear what they see. Look at what is happening in our politics. Politicians will come, they will say, we will do it this way, we are going to do it. Those things are not real. Look at their character. They don't even have the character to produce that. Our politicians will come, they will say this, they will say that, we are good. They don't have the character. Now, why is it that they are telling us the good things that they expect from us, but without having somebody to lead? It is dangerous to teach the youth without having an example. It is affecting and killing the youth. Because